SpongeBob has one of the most recognizable laughs in the world, that high-pitched, goofy sound that always makes everything feel okay. But what if that laugh wasn't just part of his personality? What if it was something keeping him alive? There's a creepy theory that says SpongeBob's laughter isn't real joy, it's a side effect of something much darker that happened long before the show began. In this theory, SpongeBob was created in an underwater experiment near Bikini Atoll, not born, but made. The radiation from the old nuclear tests mutated ordinary sponges, and one of them, Spongebob, gained the ability to mimic human behavior. The scientists who found him noticed something strange. When SpongeBob laughed, the Geiger counters, those machines that detect radiation, would go silent. But when he stopped laughing, it was like his laughter was suppressing something inside him, something unstable. Now, every time SpongeBob laughs, it's not just him being happy, it's him keeping that energy contained. It's why he's always positive, always smiling, because if he stops, something happens. In one lost storyboard from the early days of the show, SpongeBob was supposed to lose his voice for an entire episode, but production never finished it. Why? The story reportedly got too disturbing. SpongeBob's body starts changing the longer he stays silent. His color fades, his holes darken, and his shape starts to melt. By the end of the draft, he's just a puddle of yellow sludge whispering, "I don't want to stop laughing." The episode was cancelled and never aired, but animators say a few background frames from it still appear in other episodes, usually in moments of static, or when SpongeBob briefly stops smiling. So next time you hear that laugh, remember, it might not be happiness at all. It might be the only thing keeping SpongeBob from becoming what he really is. Goo Lagoon has always seemed like a fun place, a sunny beach under the sea, where SpongeBob and his friends hang out, play volleyball, and swim in that strange syrupy goo. But have you ever wondered what Goo Lagoon actually is? Why is there liquid inside liquid? And why does no one question it? According to one disturbing fan theory, Goo Lagoon isn't water at all. It's waste, leftover chemicals and sludge leaking from the surface world above. Bikini Bottom is located directly under Bikini Atoll, a real nuclear testing site, and over the years toxic material has sunk to the ocean floor. Goo Lagoon, in this theory, is the final collection of that radioactive soup. That's why it floats strangely, that's why it glows at night, and that's why everything that touches it slowly changes. Look at Larry the lobster, unusually strong, muscles bigger than any normal crustacean. Look at Sandy, who never takes her helmet off near the lagoon. Even SpongeBob seems to act stranger around it. Overly energetic, almost hyper, like the chemicals are affecting his mind. And have you noticed that whenever there's a Goo Lagoon episode, something always goes wrong? The water drains, creatures mutate, or the whole beach shifts shape. It's like the lagoon itself is alive. Some say the goo is a leftover byproduct from when Bikini Bottom was formed. Part oil, part radiation, part something unexplainable. In one early draft of the show's concept art, Goo Lagoon was labeled Containment Site B. It was never meant to be a fun beach. It was meant to hold something dangerous. And if you pause certain shots during episodes, when the waves crash just right, you can see something moving under the goo, like a massive shape buried beneath, twisting slowly. Maybe Goo Lagoon isn't just covering something up, maybe it's feeding it. So the next time SpongeBob and Patrick cannonball into that thick glowing pool, remember, they might not be swimming, they might be sinking into something that was never meant to be touched. There's something unsettling about the Krusty Krab at night. The lights buzz, the fryers pop in the dark, and the entire place feels wrong. But maybe that's not just the atmosphere. Maybe there's a reason no one stays after closing, a reason SpongeBob always tries to leave before it gets too quiet. There's a theory that says the Krusty Krab doesn't actually close at night. When the lights go off and everyone leaves, something else comes in. In one episode, Graveyard Shift, SpongeBob and Squidward work the night shift for the first time, and they hear the story of the hash-slinging slasher. Everyone laughed it off as a joke, but what if it wasn't a story, but a warning? Fans believe that the Krusty Krab is built on something, a shipwreck. If you look closely at the building, it's shaped like the hull of a boat. The theory says it's an old fishing vessel that sank decades ago, and the spirits of the crew are still trapped inside. Mr. Krabs, being obsessed with treasure, found the wreck and turned it into a restaurant, but never removed what was left behind. That's why, late at night, the lights flicker even when the power's fine. That's why the doors creak, and the grill starts smoking even when it's off. The souls of that crew are still cooking, still trapped in the routine that killed them. Some say if you pause certain nighttime scenes inside the Krusty Krab, you can see extra shadows that don't belong to anyone. And in the Graveyard Shift episode, if you listen closely during the silent moments, you can hear faint whispers, not the slashers, but the crews. According to the legend, that's why the open sign never fully turns off, because the Krusty Krab isn't just open for business, it's open for the dead. So if you ever find yourself walking past the Krusty Krab after dark, and you see the faint glow of the grill from inside, don't look in the windows. You might see SpongeBob flipping patties he didn't make, for customers who aren't there anymore.